He watched 30 soldiers march through his front gate. His housekeeper saw nothing. His guard saw nothing. The house was completely empty. So who did he see?
TheSpiritvox, it's alive.
Judge Harold Mercer had spent 30 years in the law. He was not a man who imagined things. He was not a man who scared easily. That night, all of that changed. He was sitting on his porch. The air was still. The crickets had gone quiet. And then he heard it. Boots on gravel, getting closer. Through the gate. He stood up from his chair. Through his iron gate, 30 men, full army uniform, rifles on their shoulders, marching in perfect formation, straight toward his front door. He ran inside. He grabbed his housekeeper by the arm. "Martha, look, the soldiers in the living room." She looked.
"Sir, there's nobody there."
Harold turned around. They were still there, all 30 of them, standing in silence, watching him. Not one of them blinked. He called the only man he trusted with something like this, Reverend Clay, 82 years old, a man who had seen the things that most people refused to believe. The Reverend listened without a word. Then he spoke. "Harold, those were not human soldiers. They came to you for a reason. There is a battle happening, one that you and I cannot see." Harold retired the following year. He never told anyone what he saw. But every night, until the day he died, he left his porch light on for them. Not every army fights on a battlefield we can see. Not every visitor leaves footprints. This is TheSpiritvox, and this is only the beginning. Something followed him home from the lab. It matched every step he took. When he ran, it ran. And when he locked his dorm room door, it knocked and called him by a name that no one at that school was supposed to know. Westbrook University, Ohio, 2:17 a.m. Ryan Calloway was a junior in engineering, the kind of student who stayed until the lights went off. That Tuesday night in November, he was the last person in Building C. He packed his bag, hit the lights, and stepped into the hallway. Long, empty, silent. Then footsteps right behind him. The hallway. He stopped. The footsteps stopped. He walked. The footsteps walked. He spun around. Nothing. The hallway was completely empty. He told himself it was the pipes. Old building, just the pipes. He started walking again. The footsteps came back, louder this time. Heavier, faster. He ran. So did it. Room 214, Hawthorne Dormitory. He made it back to his room, locked the door, sat on the bed, hands shaking. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes. Then, knock, knock, knock. He didn't move. The voice outside said his name. It sounded like his roommate Derek, but Derek was 300 miles away that week. He stood up slowly, pressed his back against the wall. The voice said his name again. This time, his full name, first, middle, last. A name he had never told anyone, not a single person, at that school. He did not open the door. After a long time, the footsteps outside slowly walked away, and silence returned. Ryan moved out the next day. He told the housing office it was a personal matter. To this day, everyone in that dorm knows one rule. If something knocks after 2 a.m., do not ask who it is. And whatever you do not open the door. I'm TheSpiritvox. Stay safe out there and subscribe, because the next story is worse.